Okay, we're going a little out of order probably for this class, but this flow just makes sense because it's a continuation of this example. So we notice we don't have a middle term because the two terms cancel each other out. A positive 5 and a negative 5 make a 0. So we just notice it's a pattern. We call it the difference of two perfect squares. You take the square root of 25, it's 5. You take the square root of z squared, and it's z. So we notice that pattern. A plus and a minus and a plus. We notice that when you have a positive and negative, the middle term always is canceled. And you just get the difference of two perfect squares. It might be bigger. It might be a 2 this time. A 2x times a 2x is 4x squared. And then minus 10x plus 10x minus 25. The middle term cancels. Why do I keep writing my 4s like that? 4x squared minus 25. Difference of two perfect squares. So if I was to factor this, the square root of 4 is 2. The square root of x squared is x. And the square root of 25 is 5. The resulting products obtained in example 1 are referred to as the difference because there's subtraction. The difference of two squares. So whenever you have the difference of two squares, one is positive or negative first, it doesn't matter, and then you take the square root of each. So these are all very simple. If you think you have it, go ahead and try it. So is this the difference of two squares? Yes. It says factor each polynomial if possible. If the polynomial cannot be factored, just write prime. Prime numbers only have factors of one in themselves. That's why we write prime. So the square root of 36 is 6. To get a negative, one has to be positive, one has to be negative. So that's it. Try this one. Like I said, the order for plus or minus does not matter. Here, there's a subtraction, so we know it's a difference of two squares. Is the square root of 4 2? Yes. The square root of m squared is m. Like I said, you can do minus, you can do plus. I tend to just write plus first. Square root of 121 is 11. Here, you don't need to change the order. What's the square root of 9? Plus, minus, plus doesn't matter. Square root of 25 is 5. Here, I can take an s out first. So I see this, oh, I can trim some fat, I always say. I can remove a GCF if I need to. Yeah, I'm going to take out an s. When I take out an s, I'm with 9s squared minus 4. That s doesn't go away. It just continues with the difference of two squares. The square root of 9 is 3. The square root of 4 is 2. So this breaks down to this, which breaks down to this. You have to leave all the pieces. Here, this is not the difference of two squares. It's the addition of two squares, which does not factor to anything. So we're just going to write prime. If you wanted to go ahead and try it, okay, but FOIL back your answer. Does it work? Okay, the next part we're going to leave for the last day. So all of these have two parts to them, and we got to wait on them.